Good evening and welcome to the Remanigisha Technical Center. We are here live for week 2 of the AFL Senior Men's League. And we are about to kick off the lone game for this evening. And the lone game for this evening will see Salsa Ballers. They will be taking on the Western Predators in what is expected to be a good game. So in just a few, we will be bringing to you live coverage as that game commences. In the meantime, we invite you to stay tuned. If you have to grab your bathroom break, whatever you have to do that and stay tuned for action will come up in just about 10 or so minutes as we see the officials in the middle going through their warm-up drills. The teams so far has completed their warm-up drills. They are back in their various dress room and we await the arrival. The start of this game. The home team for this evening will be Salsa, the Salsa Ballers, and the guest team or the away team will be the Western Predators. The game will come your way live in just a while. In the meantime, we invite you to stay tuned with us as commentaries will commence. Live action will commence in just a while from the Raymond Igesha Technical Center. Until then, I'll take you back to Master Control.
Welcome back to the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center for the beginning of match week 2 here in the Angola Football League for 2022-2023. And it's going to be the season debut for the Western Predators, their first game of the season, and they'll be taking on the Salsa Ballers. The Salsa Ballers, of course, coming off of a 1-0 loss to the Roaring Lions last week, and a game that they really should have won. So they'll be looking to get their season back on track. A much more strengthened team.
Certainly, as I say, good evening and welcome to live football here again at the Raymond Igishad Stadium Technical Center. And like you heard it from our commentator there, the man Doc, it's going to be a good game this evening. We know that we saw much improvement, even though the Western Predators only won one game. We saw quite a number of improvement with their players as well. So it will be interesting to see what they're bringing to the table here this evening. The Salsa Ballers, too, they must have been kicking themselves after having played so well and didn't get anything to show for what they would have done over the course of the weekend. And I'm certainly sure that they will be looking to get maximum points from this encounter here this evening. They're in a change strip, green and white. We've seen a change already with Brad, the left winger, and play has been kicked off. Doc.
Yes, and we can also see that they have a new man wearing the armband today. So still awaiting team sheets, but the Western Predators, their danger man threatens to be that man Sherman Anthony. Scored, I believe, 5 goals last year? He scored a number of goals last season for the Western Predators, and he does threaten to be their danger man. Still awaiting the team sheets for both sides, but you can see that there are a couple new faces for the Salsa Ballers. Of course, the aforementioned Brad coming back into the side, playing off the left. Here's the number 9 with the ball forward, looking towards the number 5, but it's cut out.
Certainly, too, that looks like, is that Iman in here playing for the Western Predators as well?
It might just be. Not certain, but the Predators, they do look a much more imposing side. Of course, I think, is that the man Tarek Prentice there at the back for the Western Predators?
Yes, and I was kind of wondering too as well, why wasn't he a part of the Kicks United team, but possibly a change.
I did hear rumors that he had transferred to the Western Predators for this upcoming season. As the ball comes over the top here on the right-hand side. It's number 21 who puts in a rather tame effort for a cross, and it's out for a goal kick.
Really made a mess up that one. Had a lot of time, a lot of space. As we can see, the defender there is asking Brad what happened. How come he was so unmarked? He had acres of space and really should have gotten a nice cross in, kicked it into touch for a goal kick. Here is the Salsa Ballers with it now.
But the Salsa Ballers, they seem to be operating with a back 3 system as the ball comes over the top. I believe that's Jarwin Gale. It's number 5, who has a shot on goal, but there's no effort for their new keeper. I'm not exactly sure who their new keeper is, the Western Predators.
That is Sean, as you rightly said, we are still awaiting the team sheet for both teams, and so we will bring those names to you as soon as we receive the team sheet. We are trying to, seek out some of the players we would have seen in the Salsa Ballers lineup as well. Not seeing the number 7 player who played so well on that left wing.
He was very, very good for them. He was very skillful.
Yeah.
I was looking for him as well as I don't think I'm seeing the man Naldo.
No, I'm not seeing Naldo as well. And Is that the same central defender who would have played for
I
them?
think it may be a Roscoe there, as well as the goalkeeper. Perez doesn't look to be changed either.
Yes.
But as a ball over the top, this one is headed and won by Orozco. Here come the Salsa Ballers. And it's a rather poor pass. I think is that Rigoberto who is that? I'm not sure. Still trying to pick up and find him. The ball comes in and Perez has no issue with that one. Throw taken quickly. It's with, I think that's John, but it's going to be a free kick to the Salsa Ballers. Taken quickly and long. He's fast. He's very fast. He's traveling as well. Takes a long touch. Gets inside. Goes for a shot. Brilliant save.
Wow. Some really good work there on both teams there. The keeper equal to the task. It was Jaron Gale pushed through there from the defense there, running onto it with all the speed that he could muster. Did well to get on it, and not only that, was able to cut it back, making sure that he had an opportunity to be in goal. And it was the keeper equal to the task. Brilliantly done there. Well saved there by the Western Predators goalkeeper there to keep them still on level terms.
This is going to be a corner. Referee says that's from the other side.
Take it from the other side. Yes, you can't give Jaron Gale that kind of space with the speed that he possesses. And this time really got a good shot off. Keeper really equal to the task.
Corner to the Salsa Ballers. Ball comes in. Header is one, not cleared. He misses the shot, the number 10. And this is going to run out of touch. Goal kick.
Yes.
We're seeing Harding is running over to his assistant referee on the far side. You can see White, the fourth official, he is in communication with the bench for the Western Predators.
The Salsa Ballers, they are thinking that it's a corner. We see the referee running towards us here.
He's running to now his other assistant referee, and I believe that's Nutsy. So I'm not exactly sure what the
one of the players
issue is. I think it may be his gloves.
Yeah, it's a change in gear.
I believe it was a gloves issue. So now Perez has changed his gloves, and I believe we can have the goal kick. Now it's going to be a drop ball actually, and keeper will pick it up. So no goal kick, it was a drop ball. Here come the Western Predators. Ball lumped forward, picked up by, that looks like Sherman. Sherman turns. Sherman driving forward. He goes down. That's a free kick.
61, half a dozen the other. That could have gone either way. I thought both players weren't at fault for that infringement, but the referee there in Harden saw differently and given the free kick to the Western Predators as well. So
it's going to be a free kick, and we know Sherman is dangerous in the air. But this is a rather poor attempt as it's lumped up field, picked up by the Salsa Ballers defense. Ball over the top by, it looks like the number 7, but it's going to be in the possession of goalkeeper Perez.
It looked like Amani there. For certain, they're playing for the Western Predators. I think I did hear that he was going to play with the Western Predators, and suddenly looked like him there.
So we see the lineups for the two sides. For the Western Predators, it's the number 7 Amani Amadi, the number 9 Sherman Anthony, the number 11 Alton Brooks, that's I believe Speedy. And number 30 in Braylon Bryan as a ball comes in over the top, and it's picked up by the Salsa Ballers of the defense. The number 21 in Carter. The number 6 in Richie Gums. The number 120 in Nicholas Hughes, who I believe may be in a goal. And number 15, Fulton Lockhart. Number 13, Herv Lewis. Number 12, and Moses Madrigal, who's been playing at right back for them. Played over on the wing previously. And the number 14, in Felipe Joseph. Well, for the Salsa Ballers, it's going to be the number 16 and Brad Colin Cannonier. And number 9, Charmaine Naldo Charles. He seems to be playing in midfield for them. Number 4, Jordan Deans. The number 8, Desroy Finley. The number 5, Jaron Gale. Number 12, Eric Gokaran. Number 10, Ricardo John. Number 3, Tyreek John. The number 1 in Josiah Perez. Number 2, Joel Orozco. And the number 6, changing from his number 7 uniform, it's Tyreek Sutherland. So you'll have to get reaccustomed to these new numbers for the Salsa Ballers in their chain strip.
Certainly.
It looks like it's Sutherland who's gone into the midfield rather than on the wing to allow for the man Brad to come over on the wing. And John has moved up top, and Naldo has gone into the midfield. He's playing up top, up front with Jaron Gill. It looks like is the man John. Here is John on the ball. John, he's bundled over. That's going to be a free kick.
Yes, easy call there for the referee. The player is gesticulating, but certainly an infringement there as well.
So it looks like the man Tyreek John is playing in the left of a back three, along with Orozco in the center and the captain Eric Gokaran on the right. Free kick to the Salsa Ballers. John and Sutherland, the two men around this one. Sutherland hits it. It's up and over the bar. It's a goal kick. Look. Goal kick for the Western Predators. Oh, it's risky. It's risky. John picks it up. John cuts back inside. John has a shot. It's a goal for the Salsa Ballers. And the number 10, Ricardo John, opens his account in the AFL.
Pass from the back there to the defender there. He miscontrolled it. John was right on top to just collect it nicely, shift around in the middle, and was able to compose himself. Even though he was challenged there by a number of the Western Predators, he did cut it back to his left side and did his slotted pass to Custodian there in the goal there. The Western Predators well taken goal there for the number 10 player there in John for Salsa Ballers, and getting them off to their fourth goal here in this 2022 season.
Ricardo John, he capitalized on a gruesome mistake, you have to say, a criminal mistake in the defense of this new look Western Predators team, and he was able to capitalize completely.
What he did, he collected it, shift to his right, and the defenders went chasing, and he had the presence and the peace of mind to really just cut it back on his left foot, and was able to have a wide open field goal and just did justice.
Naldo, John, Sutherland, back to John, back to Sutherland. Very good skill there shown by both Jonathan. Oh, brilliant ball finds Finley. Finley has a shot. Good save. Not cleared. And it's going to roll just wide of the top, I believe. Did it roll in? Did it roll in? I believe it rolled in. I think it's going to be... It was Jaron Gale, but there's absolutely no celebration whatsoever by anybody. But it looked like it rolled in. I thought it rolled wide, but Jaron Gale has his first goal for the Salsa Ballers. And it's going to be 2-0 in a matter of seconds. It was the man Jaron Gale who was able to put the finishing touches on it. Did not look convincing whatsoever, but a goal is a goal no matter how they come. Here comes Dean. Dean's looking to drive forward, but Moses is going to pick this one up. Moses Madrigal. That's a good turn inside. It's chipped forward. But picked up now by, that's Tyreek John. Tyreek John goes inside to Sutherland, back to John, and it's going to be a chance for the Western Predators to break. Predators breaking at pace. Looking for Sherman Anthony, but it's picked up by a Roscoe. Two very physically imposing players. One by Sherman, one of the strongest forwards you will see in this league, the man Sherman Anthony. Well, that's risky from Gokaran. Here come the Western Predators. He has a shot. It's a good shot. And Perez was concerned for the slightest moment. Did he call a handball? It was going to be a free kick to the Western Predators on the edge of the box. It was a shot by the man Amadi, I believe. But it's going to be a free kick to the Western Predators. Could this be their chance to get back into the game? Looks like that's the man Sherman Anthony over this one. He's just outside the box. Ball comes, it's deflected and goes, well, it stays in play actually. Well done by keeper Perez. He wasn't able to keep it in. It's going to be a corner. Of course, will they be able to find the head of Sherman Anthony as well as I think the man Tarek Prentice? It's going to be a corner taken by Speedy. Ball comes all the way to the edge towards Moses Madrigal. And he's going to be dispossessed. Here come the Salsa Ballers. It's going to be Sutherland. Sutherland, he's speedy. He's skillful. Sutherland gets inside, has a shot. It's a good save. It's going to be Ricardo John, who loses out to Moses Madrigal. It's out for a throw. Naldo takes it short. Good turn by Sutherland. Very good drop of the shoulder. Chips it over the top. Good ball over the top. And a very crucial touch. A very, very crucial touch because Ricardo John was lurking there. Here come the Western Predators on the left-hand side of play. Driving forward at speed. Driving forward has a shot on goal that Perez will completely not be concerned about. Goal kick. Here comes Sutherland again with the ball forward towards Brad. Brad puts in a ball. This one is going to be cleared only as far as Ricardo John, who's dispossessed. Oh, that's a risky clearance. It's going to be a 50-50. That's won by the Salsa Ballers. Gets out wide. Still driving, lays it off. Good pass, good shot, very good save once again. Well, I think the Salsa Ballers were thinking it was a corner. I thought so as well, but it's going to be a goal kick. That's a poor goal kick. Here come the Salsa Ballers. Ball over the top. It's controlled and almost taken down there by Ricardo John. But it's picked up by the Western Predators and it's out for Predators through. 2-0. Here in this the 21st minute of play. Goals by Ricardo John and Jaron Gale separate the two sides. The header is one and out for another throw. Man, I'm not seeing as much of is number 4 in Jordan Deans. He's been pretty much kept quiet. Usually a very tenacious player. As a chance for a ball to be sent through. A chance to send Jaron Gale running. Gale turns back, gets taken down. That's going to be a free kick. Ricardo John, good save, but no, oh, that's a brilliant save. That's absolutely stupendous because the follow-up was rattled at the goal and he got it very quickly, and what reactions.
Wow, that's all I can say. Wow, the goalkeeper is unsung here this evening. I mean, to come up with that brilliant save from that free kick and almost immediately to be up again to just in the 6-yard box to be able to get up for that save again. I'm trying to figure out where was he all the time. Was he goalkeeping for the Western Predators?
Last season they had many guys in goal. They had multiple guys in goal, but it was not him. They had guys like Rigoberto Bryan in goal. They had guys like was it Henry Fleming, I believe, was in goal. Absolutely. That was spectacular. Ball forward. It's picked up by the goalkeeper. And the Predators have a chance to release some of the pressure that's being built up. Booted forward. It's going to be won by the Salsa Ballers, Eric Gokarana. It actually went out before he was able to get it under control or thrown into the Western Predators. Still 2-0. The Western Predators. And I must say that the next goal in this game would be key because it's a good ball through as well. But if it's a ball over the top, Ricardo John picks it up. John has to turn. John lays it off out wide towards Finley. Finley is going to find. Oh, it's a good ball through. A man goes down. Well, what's going to be the call here? Because a man was taken down, and it looks like it's against the Salsa Ballers, and a free kick to the Western Predators. Sutherland, John. And booted up by Naldo. Keeper spills but gets there quickly. Oh, look, he came out. It looks like he did come out. What's going to be the call here? It's right on the edge of the area. Well. The assistant referee signaled for it and the referee acknowledged it. It's Naldo, Sutherland, and John around this one. Sutherland takes good free kick, but a bit too high. I think John has to take the next one because they've been alternating. It looks like Sutherland had the first, John took the second, Sutherland had the third. Well, it's going to be a Western Predators throw. It's Eric Bucarano wins the header. Finley, who loses out with a poor touch, and it's picked up by the Predators. Booted forward, but Naldo would pick this one up. Naldo lays it off to Sutherland, who boots through. Good ball through to find Ricardo John. John steps inside, looking for a shot. Will lay it off now. Sutherland is going to lose out, taking a touch too much, I have to say. And it's out wide now with the Western Predators. They seem to be overloading that left-hand side of the Western Predators. They've not used the man Speedy, I think it is, in a long time. Or neither have they used number 21 here on this right-hand side.
Oh, look like Bradley has gone to the left back spot. Started off in a more central midfield role, but has been slotting himself in that defensive spot.
Good ball over the top. Great ball over the top. Miscued volley. They caught the Salsa Ballers defense completely asleep. And he just wasn't able to get the volley with the correct technique and the correct accuracy as the ball comes forward. And it's a crucial touch because Ricardo John is behind him as well. It's Moses. Oh, that's a good win there by Ricardo John. Lays it off. Tariq Sutherland. And Jordan Deans looks to turn and turns well, those Jordan Deans. Lays it off for Sutherland, who now finds Ricardo John. John gets inside. John goes down. And that's another free kick. The fourth free kick in a very dangerous area. I think this one has to be Ricardo John's because they've been alternating and none of them have been able to score thus far. It's Finley who seems to be around this one along with Ricardo John. Finley has a shot. It's a good shot and a good save. The man Finley, he went for a power-filled effort on a misset wall, but the keeper was able to get down quickly and to his right to push that one wide.
Yes, continuing his good work there in goal, the Western Predators goalkeeper there. But they will need to be very careful because it's only a matter of time before the kickers for the Salsa ballers may be able to put one in the back of the net if they keep giving away these free kicks right on the edge of the
back
circle.
post. This one is not dealt with. Shot comes in. Another shot comes in. Finally, a shot for the third time comes in. And it's out for yet another corner.
So, we're under some pressure. Under some pressure there is the Western Predators into the 30th minute of play.
Good ball in. And this one is a header one. Only as far as that looks like the man Naldo. But it's out of touch and a goal kick.
Naldo Sutherland with an attempt, the number 6 player. There trying to shoot one from way outside. That's way too high, yes.
So it's going to be a Western Predators attack. Looking to drive forward the Predators. Picked up in the midfield. Ball forward. And they haven't been really able to mount anything surmountable, you have to say. They haven't been able to string any long periods of position together, the Western Predators. And their best chance of scoring has looked to be on the break or from set pieces. As it's Ricardo John. Lays it off to Tyreek John. Back to Ricardo John. The ball inside towards Gale. Out wide to Colin Brad Cannonier. Brad. Into John. So picked up by Brad once again. Brad to Tyreek John. Inside towards Deans. Now back with Orozco. Orozco plays it forward towards Jaron Gale. Now wide to Finley. Finley. He's speedy as the man Finley. Still Finley. Tries to put in a ball. This one is blocked to the edge of the area. And picked up by Ricardo John. Puts in a very good ball through. Shot comes in. And another good save is made.
Really good playing there from the Salsa ballers. Nice 1-2. And really treading the needle there. Is that Gale not getting the power he would have liked? Keeper right in the way, saving and saving well. But some good built-up play from the Salsa ballers. Playing all the way from the back, going forward and getting a shot on goal. Certainly coming into their own now and having that 2-goal advantage. And certainly looking to stamp the authority on this game here this evening.
It's going to be the Western Predators as referee's going to say a free kick to the Salsa ballers. Don't know whether it was a handball. It's going to be a Salsa ballers free kick. This one a bit further out, so I don't think a shot would be in order. It's the Salsa ballers looking to add to their 2-goal advantage. I think that Coach Leon Jeffers would be happy with his players' performance thus far.
Yeah, they've been playing very well. They're well organized at the back as well. If you see the Western Predators, they're trying to force some passes too, but we're well cut out there by the defensive third there for the Salsa Ballers. So all in all, they have organized themselves very well.
Salsa Ballers. Ball chipped over the top. Header is won by the Western Predators. Booted forward. Only as far as the Salsa Ballers and Jordan Deans. Now it's Sutherland who drives the ball in, but it's well over the bar. And that's a goal kick.
Yes, shooting from long range. Still getting too much height on it. And no damage, no harm to the goalkeeper there in the Western
Again, a
Predators
poor goal kick. They've not been going far, and they're breaking at speed. Has a shot, and again, the keeper makes another spectacular save.
Well, it's almost as if the Western Predators are saying, well, you kick it outside, I'm going to give it back to you and have a shot on goal just to see how well my goalkeeper can save. They're really living dangerously here. It's going to be only a matter of time where you see the free kick is trying to be taken quickly there.
It's going to be a ball chipped into the box. Good ball to the back post, not cleared, and now they'll try to lay it off. But it's going to be picked up by the Western Predators, who turns well, plays it out wide early, but not wide enough, and the Tyreek John is going to do very well. Picked up now by Sutherland. Forward to Brad. Brad looks to get inside, runs into a player, and he's going to lose possession. Picked up now by Orozco. That's pressure being applied by Sherman Anthony. Now it's Sutherland. Back to Tyreek John. Now Eric Gokoran. Gokoran to Jordan Deans. Deans driving forward. Deans finds John, but John loses possession and a chance for the Salsa Ballers to break. It's poorly given away, you have to say. And laid off now towards Eric Gokoran. Eric to Jordan Deans. Now to Ricardo John. Sutherland. The ball through to the wide open Naldo, and it was wide open because he was offside.
Yeah, certainly. Just committing himself too quickly there. A player looking up and seeing him, but he would have gone just before the ball was released, and easy call there is that Tashim over on the right side there for an offside.
It's going to be the Western Predators. Looking to get the ball forward, but again, they cannot string together any sustained periods of possession. Back with Eric Gokoran. Orozco. Naldo. Gokoran. Ball forward. This is a very good possession by the Salsa Ballers. It's going to be booted into the box. It's a good ball in, but it's going to be picked up now by, I think that's Moses Madrigal. Now it's the number 21. Who's looking to get forward. And they get into each other's way. Picked up by the Salsa Baller. This is Jordan Deans driving forward. He's going to find a Brad in space. And Brad is offside according to the assistant referee.
Yeah, it's just... it looks as though he was on. But Tashim, I'm not too sure what he's seeing over there, but raises the flag and says that he's offside. But terribly mix up there from the two players for the Western Predators, giving it away and almost, well, you could say saved by the referee there.
It's Sutherland. Orozco. Naldo. Gokoran. And I will give a bit of inside information. I did see both Kerry and Solomon Gokoran in training last week for the Salsa Ballers.
Okay.
I'm not sure how close they are to a return, but they are back in training. It's Ricardo John, lays it off. Oh, good ball through as well. Ricardo John wasn't able to commit, and the goalkeeper committed early, and got himself on top of that one.
Probably just a little bit too much pace on it, but the idea was excellent. Movement off the ball by John was very good as well, but just the weight of the pass was just too much, taking it into the hands of the keeper there in the Western Predators goal.
Sutherland, ooh, very good skill by Tyreek Sutherland. Good ball through as well. Gale lays it off. Ricardo John, back to Gale, back to John. Shot comes in. Oh, that's wonderful. That's an absolutely wonderful finish by Ricardo John. That's 3-0.
3-0, and yes, really on top of things here is the Salsa Ballers. But we have seen so far in this encounter, and from the previous match they would have played as well, they continue their passing ability on the ball here this evening, continuing from where they would have left up. This time, though, that they are counting the opportunities that's been given to them. And so far, out of the many that they would have had, they have put 3 into the back of the net so far. And really some serious trouble here. The Western Predators could be in here this evening into the 40th minute of play.
Looking at the team sheet for the Salsa Ballers, they have just the 3 subs. Of course, the man Neil Gomes, and then Kerry and Solomon Gokaran. Here come the Western Predators. Good ball out wide. Number 21 looks to cut back inside, but it was absolutely no trouble for the man in Tyreek John. It's going to be a throw into the Western Predators. The Salsa Ballers, sorry. As we see one of the Salsa Ballers players getting a bit of treatment from the medics here on the near side. Looked like it was Tyreek Sutherland, but it's Jordan Deans. Now Orozco goes out wide to Eric Gokaran.
And I think we need to go and adjust that scoreboard.
There's going to be a ball over the top, and he's looking towards Brad, but Moses Madrigal is going to deal with this one. Dribbling there a bit riskily, but no harm done for the former winger in Moses Madrigal. But picked up now by Sutherland, who puts the ball in and is headed clear, only as far as Jordan Deans. But that's risky against a man of Sherman Anthony's size. He's a freight train, that man, Sherman Anthony. But again, he's very similar to last year. He's become very isolated as a lone figure at the front, as a yellow card is shown to, I believe, was Sherman Anthony.
What the Western Predators will have to do is, try to organize themselves and move as a unit. Trying to force that long pass through is certainly not going to work. Not with the way how the the Salsa Ballers, the defense of the Salsa Ballers have really set themselves. They're certainly not going to work with those long ball, and Tony for sure will certainly be frustrated, and you can see him, pointing his hand and his fingers and saying something, but he's got his work cut out here for him this evening.
It's Orozco. Chips it over the top. Header is one. Only as far as, that's very good skill by Tyreek Sutherland. That's a brilliant challenge. It was risky, I must say.
Risky.
It was a risky challenge. But he did well to win the ball. He did very well to win the ball, but it was a risky challenge. And I think the intent was what made it a foul.
Iwani could have been easily be carded there because that's borderline and dangerous playing there.
I think it was the intent rather than the contact itself that made it a foul. But it's going to be.
But that was coming from the back and with some frustration as well. And
this is a very frustrated Western Predators side. They haven't been able to string anything together offensively. I don't think keeper Perez has had much work to do. Free kick taken quickly. Good ball over the top. He's not seen. A good shot comes in. And Ricardo John has number 3. It's a hat trick in the first half for Ricardo John. It's 4 for the Salsa Ballers. And I think that is game, set, and match.
Well, just a couple of minutes before halftime. We've seen some brilliant saves from the goalkeeper there, but well taken shot. But with what we have seen so far, we can say tame goal conceded. But they're just all over the place. We can see the defenders there, gesticulating. They're trying to figure out what's going on. The referee is running over to the goal. His assistant. I'm not too sure why, but the ball is.
I think it's screaming for an offside.
What
Didn't
the
look
ball?
offside from my vantage point.
I'm not too sure. He's running
I think
down.
the Predators were screaming for an offside call.
The ball should be in the center of the field. Not too sure why. They are asking for an offside call, but
I think here at 4-0 we're starting to see a couple of fans trickling out of the stands. I think that they know that this game may just be over and they don't want to witness a bloodbath for their team.
yeah.
2 years in a row for the opening encounter. They don't want to be massacred. And this one is pretty much bordering on that. 4-0 here within 44 minutes. And referee Harding says he's seen enough for this first half.
Well, yes, it's halftime and it's 4-0 here in favor of the Salsa Ballers, really rolling and making waves here on the Western Predators. And certainly would need to go back to the drawing board. They started off very well, but for some reason they have lost their way and not been looking together at all. We're seeing at the moment where the players are speaking to the officials. We've seen the coach there in Samaro, going onto the field. We've seen some brilliant saves from the goalkeeper as well, but they have not been able to really keep it together. And hence the reason why there are some 4-0. We are going to bring you the second half momentarily, maybe in about 10-15 minutes or so. Until then, we want to thank you for joining us, and we send you back to Master Control until you get the cue from us for the second half.
Welcome back to the Raymond the Eagle Shark Technical Center for the commencement of the second half between the Western Predators and the Salsa Ballers, and we're seeing two changes being made as the number 5 for them will be making his way onto the field, as well as I believe the number 10 and the man Vincent Andre Maurice, he'll be making his way onto the field as well. And also will be at number 22 and Kevon Carty making his way onto the field as well. So there will be 3 changes being made for the West End Predators. No changes yet for the Salsa Ballers. Yeah, still maintaining this interesting, very attacking back 3 formation. It's kicked off. Salsa Ballers from the left of screen to the right with Finley, who plays it back to, well, I don't think it stayed in play, in fact. And looks like
we're not seeing anything, any indication from the linesman that it went off.
I think maybe fourth official White was the man who said it was off.
But isn't...
I think it should be an assistant referee's call.
I don't get that at all. If the linesman should see that.
It's going to be a throw to the... it was a throw to the Western Predators, but it's a foul throw, so it's back with the Salsa Ballers.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I thought the linesman is certainly in a better position than the referee himself to make that call.
It's going to be the Western Predators stringing together their first real attack of the game. That's a good reverse pass, but well read there by the Salsa Ballers. Looking to go forward, looking to find Finley, but cut out of Salsa Ballers through. And we can see that there's been a switch in the defense as Tariq John has moved over to the right center back and Eric Gokaran has gone over to the left. That's really the only change that's been made by the Salsa Ballers, as here is the aforementioned Eric Gokaran, who plays it forward. Now back with Gokaran. Jordan Deans. Gokaran ships it forward and out of play. It's going to be a Predators through. Gokaran once again boots it forward. Won by John, who lays it off towards Sutherland. Sutherland runs into traffic and the Predators can clear, but very well read there by Tariq John. Back to Orozco. Good pressure being applied by really their talisman last year in Kevon Carty. Now Finley. Finley is going to find Naldo. Oh, sorry, that's John, who's going to play a ball forward towards Ricardo. John gets the flick back, and Naldo, well, it was a foul against Finley and a free kick to the Salsa Ballers.
Well, Finley doing some good work there. Really trying to link John, and in the process being infringed there to receive that free kick.
It's going to
Early days yet in the second half. It's still 4-0. If you have just joined us, welcome.
Tyreek Sutherland on the free kick. Puts in a good ball. It's not cleared. Turns his back to the goal and loses out to Moses Madrigal, who has his clearance blocked, and it's back with the Salsa Ballers. It's a good win there by Madrigal. But Eric steps in illegally and a free kick to the Predators. It's a ball forward and looking for their striker in the man Sherman. Sherman tries to turn, has it dispossessed from him, and It's a throw.
He's down rolling. That certainly was certainly referee's assistant in Fleming not in position because initially Anthony running through offside, not in the position to make the call was the referee's assistant, and we have seen on the far side just at the corner flag there where Sherman Anthony, the striker there for the Western Predators, picking up a knock, and he seems to have continued from last season because he was somewhat in the wars where niggles and knocks are concerned, and I've started off here so far.
There's going to be, that should be a corner for the, well, a throw-in, sorry, to the Western Predators. The player is still down, still getting treatment. Well, coming up in tomorrow's fixtures, we do have some very big games here in the AFL Men's League, as it's going to be first the Limers FC taking on the Attackers. And then there's going to be the Diamonds FC, the Nightcap taking on the Spartans FC. We do have two very promising games coming up tomorrow, as it's the Predators who look to turn. It's booted very wildly, you have to say. Not much control and out for a goal kick. Taken quickly. John finds Ricardo John. Finley. Back to Ricardo John. John looking to drive forward at pace. John looking out wide towards Finley. That's a careless turn, but no harm done. But picked up now in the midfield. It's Ricardo John is doing a lot of work. John to Sutherland. Now back with Jordan Deans. Deans chips it forward. Looking out wide towards Brad, but Brad was offside.
John certainly having a field day out there, really making the best of what's been offered to him here and taking the advantage as well, but really playing some good football.
It's going to be a throw to the Salsa ballers. Gukaran throws it long. Header comes inside, and I think it's a handball. It's going to be a handball, and that's a penalty. Just to rub salt in the wounds of the Western Predators. They've now given up a very, very cheap penalty.
Well, that was a real easy one for the referee there in Kamal Harden Hodge to call. Handling the ball, that was Madrigal, it seems, and it's as if they have just almost just given up, the Western Predators there.
Well, the keeper, he's been pretty much their savior today. And is it going to be Tyreek John to take this penalty? I think it's Tyreek John.
Yes, he's been slotted behind the ball.
The number 3, Tyreek John. Can he open his accounts? John, that's a composed penalty. That's a brilliant penalty. Direct as an arrow into the bottom corner. It's 5-0.
Well, that one was really well taken, even though the keeper seems to be going in the correct direction. Not too sure whether or not if he had dive and had a long stretch for that one, if he would have been able to keep that one out of the back of the net, because that one was well struck and well placed as well. Well placed, well struck penalty kick.
keeper would have had absolutely no chance. That was struck with such ferocity and such precision. 5-0. I don't think we've seen the goals have dried up yet. It's going to be, I think, Naldo. A chance for the Salsa ballers to really make a statement in this AFL. They said they lost last week as a good ball through by Naldo. It's going to find, that's Jaron Gale. Gale has a shot, and that's a crucial block.
Yes, Salsa ballers, they are leading 5-0, but they are not overly pushing and committing to rack the scope. They're still trying to play as good a football as possible, and there you saw some good passing from the back all the way to the front for Gale, but it's almost like he was, I'm not too sure, it's almost like with the speed he's still trying to catch up to it, and in doing so loses the opportunity for clear shot and goal, giving the defenders time to get back to block the shot.
Well, it's going to be another corner to the Salsa ballers. Ball comes in. That's a good ball in. Floated up very high, but no one really attacking it for the Salsa ballers. That's a risky clearance. In the end, he's composed. I think that may be Felipe Joseph. It was the number 7 for them. And with that being the man, Imani Amadi, who goes down, it's a free kick.
Interesting.
Lewis takes a free kick. Referee's going to have a word with someone. I think it may be with Herb Lewis.
That's
Seems to be going past Lewis and straight to Coach Samaro.
we're seeing too much of the talking and the referee getting into, seeing the fourth official getting into the pick of things.
Speedy action on the free kick out on Speedy Brooks. This one's booted forward. It was almost through. It's a ball over the top. It's a dangerous ball over the top, but Perez does very well. He was offside either way.
Reading it very well, Perez, and collecting no damage there.
It's Tariq John. Back with John. No. I think that may have been a handball. It is a handball against Jordan Dean. There's a free kick to the Western Predators. And can they grab themselves a consolation prize?
What they're waiting for, I would have played that ball quickly, but they're waiting. They waited until the defenders really position themselves to stop the quick flow of the ball, and here we're going to see Iman, as appears as if he's going to try and see whether or not he can get a shot on goal or cause a save from the goalkeeper.
Imani Amadi.
Some distance out.
Amadi chips it over the top. That's a good ball in. He's there. He turns it in. That's a brilliant finish. That's spectacular to turn and hit it on the backwards flick. That ball is in the net. But I think that referee Harding is going over to his assistant referee to check whether that was offside.
Sure. Can I say from here it looked offside to me. But we saw where Fleming was running back to the center half. So I'm not sure what's the discussion, but I didn't see any flag raised.
I didn't see a flag. That's why I thought it was a legal goal, and referee Harding gives it.
Yeah.
So the Western Predators have opened their account from the free kick. It was chipped over the top, headed on, and a very clinical finish to make it 1-0.
The finish was good, but certainly it would be interesting for us to look at the replays where that is concerned.
So we are going to have to look at the replay on that one.
But nonetheless, goal to the Western Predators. We say kudos to them. They've gotten their scoring after mark. It's still 5-1 and quite a lot of work to do if they really are to get back in equal terms. Highly likely and possible, but not
Probably.
too impossible. Yeah.
It was a free kick by Imani Amadou that was flicked on, and the man Sherman turned and flicked it in. Still have to check the offside. It looked from the initial flick that he may have been offside, but not called, and Sherman Anthony made it 5-1.
Yeah.
The talisman for the Salsa for the Western Predators, wearing a number 9 on his back, was able to turn that one in, and they do have a consolation.
Well, yeah, it certainly look questionable, but we've seen where the referee's assistant in Fleming have been found wanting with his positioning and not being able to make those calls as would need to be.
Well, it's going to be the Salsa Ballers, having conceded one. They're going to look to add to their lead, their 4-goal lead, as he turns inside, looking for space, possibly for a shot. Instead, tries to go out wide towards Finley. Finley will pick it up now. Finley, but Speedy is going to clear. Speedy, the former Spartans and Enforcers player, Alton Speedy Brooks. Ball chipped forward. Of course, Speedy being a former teammate of the man Colin Cannonier, Brad, who's also playing for the Salsa Ballers. Both he and Eric were teammates on Spartans, as that's a bit clumsy. It's a bit comical, you have to say, by Finley.
Yes, almost. It's as if moving too fast for him, for himself, really, and just running out of space to play the football.
It's Andre Maurice. Maurice taking a bit too much time on the ball, and it's going to be dispossessed. Here comes the Salsa Ballers with a loose touch. Booted forward. And into the arms of goalkeeper, I think that's Nicholas.
See, the referee have his flag up over there. I'm not too sure why he's waving, but
he boots it forward. But it's a good touch by, looks like John, who's driving at speed. He gets cleared out. That's a bit of a clumsy challenge. And I think that may be a caution for him, as he goes down as well from the impact of that one.
And he has gotten the worst of things. The Madrigal. Some treatment been given there to the two players there for the Western Predators. Maybe a little bit short on work in terms of their physical fitness for this game. He did committed the foul, but came out on the worst end of things. We've seen John seems to be okay, and very well built player and tough as well, and really doing a number here for the Salsa Ballers. One of the driving forces as well for the Salsa Ballers in number 3 player there in John. And I must say, kudos to those players who would have really graced our shows here to play in our competition from Trinidad. They have really given uplift to the Salsa Ballers team. We've seen where they're able to stamp their authority and to really bring some semblance of the play here, especially with regards to the Salsa Ballers as well.
Of course, the Salsa Ballers, with all of these imported players, they're still without a number of their starters from last year. A lot of important players, of course, the man Donager Richardson, he's been out, as well as Tevon Richardson. Both have been out for the Salsa Ballers, as well as the likes of Shaquem Lake and Rakode Hodge. So without a number of their starters, of course, the aforementioned Solomon and Kerry Gokoran, they've both been out as well. So there's still some more reinforcements to come for the Salsa Ballers.
Well, I think it's all
Free kick. Ball chipped in. This one is cleared only as far as Naldo, who lines up a shot. It's a tame effort. That's a good turn. Ball through. That's an incisive ball through. Ricardo John smashes it hard, smashes it home. Goal number 4 for him. Goal number 6 for the Salsa Ballers.
just too easy for John there, and really finishing well though. Goalkeeper at the near side of the pole, was hitting it with power and pace. And even though we have seen some brilliant saves been made by the goalkeeper there in the Western Predators goal, he had no chance with that one at all, because that one was fiercely struck in the back of the net for goal number 6.
When you hit it that hard, you can't stop it. He didn't try anything clever, just hit it high and hard. Goal number 4 for Ricardo John. Goal number 6 for the Salsa Ballers. It's going to be Tyreek John now, who sends it forward. That's a chip over the top. That's going to find Jaron Gale. And Gale gives away a free kick. It's 6-1 here in the 67th minute of play. He's going to be scoring a goal every 10 minutes, the Salsa Ballers right now.
All Salsa Ballers here, really. But I guess we can say kudos to the Western Predators. They still keep on fighting, even though they're way behind. And Salsa Ballers have certainly look a well-oiled machine here.
That's a ball over the top towards particularly no one, and that's going to be back in the arms of goalkeeper. It's a poor kick and was almost trouble. It's going to be intercepted now off the boot of Naldo. I do believe Naldo is carrying an injury. It did seem to be carrying a knee injury. The man, Shamin Naldo Charles.
Yeah, he is carrying an injury. And
there's going to be 2 changes to be made for the Western Predators. The number 13 and number 23 will be coming on.
I think the number 13 player, he was just going back, and I think he picked up the knock.
I think he may be him coming back on. Yes, he was coming back onto the field. The man of Lewis, number 23, as also Imani Amadi is making his way back onto the field as well. But he's driving. Oh, that's a risky challenge, and the referee plays advantage. And I think he may want to call this one back. But I think he believes the advantage was already played. Well, that was a poor challenge there by Imani Ahmadi because Ricardo John was breaking at speed and he's like a freight train. I don't think you want to get in the way of that.
And hence the reason why I said the first challenge could have easily been a card because the intent, and you can see that one basically just trying to clear the player there in number 10, John, just streaming down on goal. John is certainly down now. And I haven't seen anything been said by the referee to Oman because that one should have been a call back because he tried to play advantage, and in the end, John eventually losing the ball and the referee allowing play to continue. So he may want to have a look at that one and certainly say to himself, well, I think I probably might have missed odd in terms of a judgment.
Well, we can see Ricardo John is back to his feet. He's been a revelation today for the Salsa Ballers, having been moved upfield in place of the man Naldo. He's been sacrificed pretty much as Naldo, this Salsa Ballers talisman. He's pretty much been sacrificed, and it's resulted in the Salsa Ballers scoring 6.
Not so about sacrifice, but what he's doing is making the necessary runs, making the movements, cutting into the seams, and presenting himself for the passes and the opportunities that Naldo himself won't able to do, especially in that match against the Roaring Lions. So he has given them
it's a good ball forward off the back of Gale. Gale gets inside, looks for a return ball, but left it towards Brad. It's picked up now. The ball comes in. It's not cleared. They're calling for a handball. I don't think referee Harding will give this one. It's a throw into the Salsa Ballers. So we see that Naldo, his preferred position is as an attacker, but they've completely changed their attacking shape, going to a more of a back 3 system with the man Jordan Dean sitting in front of the back 3 and allowing Sutherland, who played on the wing last game, to act as a box-to-box midfielder. That's a poor challenge. That's a really poor challenge. Just a shove in the back, pretty much.
Yes, it's not football. The number 22 player. There.
We can take in quickly. He's back with Ricardo John. It looks like he's gone into midfield and Naldo has gone up top. So they've pretty much switched roles. You have Naldo and Ricardo John as Gale tries to take this one down, or he's pressured. But it's back with the Salsa Ballers again. Jordan Deans. He's driving forward now. That's a good ball 3 who was looking for Finley. A poor touch and a scuffled clearance that allows for the Western Predators to break, but not break with any sort of effectiveness. It's back with the Salsa Ballers. Ball chipped forward. Naldo with a missed touch. Now Tyreek John. Tyreek John breaking away. Tyreek John pass 2. Finds Naldo. He's cleared out. That's a poor challenge. And finally the cards come out. It's a yellow.
Man, he's living dangerously. Yes.
It's a red. A second yellow. And I think that's why he didn't give him the yellow card for the first challenge when he cleared out Ricardo John, because he was already on a yellow. He now has a second yellow. Yeah. And I was speaking with referee Harding at halftime. He said the Western Predators are living dangerously and they may have a couple guys sent off. Well, there's number 1. Imani Ahmadi has been sent to the showers.
Yeah, certainly living dangerously, Omani there, for whatever reason, I'm not too certain, but he has been, that's been long coming.
It should have been a card from the time he tried to clerk Ricardo John. Yes. That should have been his second yellow.
Yeah, that's a long time coming, so they will be playing rest of the way.
But it's going to be a free kick. That's a good ball in. Ball comes in, and the header just wasn't able to be directed on target, and it's out for a goal kick.
That's Naldo again. That ball should have been in the back of the net.
I think he just had his body positioned away from goal. As it's chipped forward and won by Tyreek John. Now to Ricardo John. Jordan Deans. Who chips it over the top to, again, precisely nobody. And back in the arms of goalkeeper Nicholas. That's a bit risky there. That's very risky there. But the keeper, he'll gratefully collect that one. It's over the head of Ricardo John, picked up by Tyreek John. Chipped forward. It's the Western Predators. I think that's Speedy. Out wide to, I believe it's Moses Madrigal. Moses down the right-hand side, but Eric tried to recover. Moses gets into the box. And a chance for the Western Predators to maybe create something, but a driving clearance. And the midfield is completely open. It's about 4 against maybe 3 defenders. He's driving forward. It's going to be Sutherland who chips it to the back post. He can't miss. He somehow managed to contort his body in a way and he wasn't able to get up and even the slightest contact. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he tried, but it did not work whatsoever.
Well,
that was comical.
Is that Naldo again?
I don't know what he did. I don't know what he tried, but it just didn't work. Show me Naldo Charles.
Well, I have no words to describe that one.
Well. It's going to be the Salsa Ballers looking to add to their tally. Naldo was short, finds Sutherland. Sutherland is driving. Sutherland is going to turn, lays it off to John. John looks to return pass. Instead, is going to find Naldo. Ooh, try to slip it through to John, but not enough on that through ball. And booted forward. Is looking towards Moses, but Eric is in hot pursuit. And I think Moses went down there under pretty much no challenge.
Yeah.
Booted forward, looking for Naldo, who is offside and will be called as such.
Yes, way offside. Not reading the lines well at all. Just too far forward.
Into this, the 77th minute of play. It's 6-1 for the Salsa Ballers. John finds Sutherland to John to Finley. Finley goes back to Tyreek John. Ricardo finds Jordan Deans. Deans to Finley. Back with Jordan Deans. Out wide with Sutherland. Deans gives it away to Kevon Carty. Carty is driving. Kevon Carty looks to get down the outside, but very good recovery pace by Tyreek John. Advantage is played. The two Johns playing around with it in the midfield. Now to Naldo, who turns, but doesn't turn successfully. And a chance for the Salsa bar, the Western Predators, to break with Moses Madrigal. Booted forward. A challenge by Roscoe. It's going to be a free kick.
Anthony going on again. Sherman Anthony. Well, like I've been saying, I'm not too sure how much work the Western Predators have been putting in leading up to this tournament. Certainly seems like there's a group of fellas coming together. They lack the organization that they need out there to really compete against the Salsa ballers. They've been certainly found wanting here in this match here this evening.
I think at 6-1, you would want to make a couple substitutions, but as this one is booted high and well over the bar, I don't think Coach Leon has made any, or whether he has a liberty of making any.
Well, the thing is, I'm not too sure what his bench is looking like in terms of
They
his
have
substitute.
3 subs ticked off, but I don't know if they are match fit or if they're available to play. I'm not exactly certain. Where's Ricardo John? To Sutherland. Tyreek John. Back with Sutherland. John. Sutherland. Gale. Gale goes out wide towards Brad, and once again, Brad is going to be called offside. And I think that's just a lack of match of game time, you have to say.
Yes, certainly offside.
I don't think Brad has had one training session before he's been thrust back into the starting lineup. But it's going to be booted upfield. Actually, no, he keeps possession. Sherman looks to turn. Gives it away very poorly.
Anthony is not aware of his surroundings. That's trying to turn. Here's Finley. And
poor by Finley. Very poor by Desroy Finley.
Finley just...
Thrown forward. It's with the Western Predators are picked up by Eric Gokaran. And referee's going to stop play for an injury.
I'm trying to figure out the way Anthony is playing, because it's almost like he's trying to play physical, and he has been in the wars where the knocks and the bumps and bruises are concerned, but I don't think he's really playing as smartly as he needs to be playing. Some ill-advised contact is happening out there where he's concerned, and certainly not positioning his body well, not being aware of the surroundings as to where the defenders are, and he is certainly running into some serious trouble out there for the Western Predators, and not being able to play as well as he would want to play.
As well, I think he's just trying a bit too hard to be Superman for the Western Predators, trying to put the team on his back once again. He's pretty much been their main man throughout their pretty much their entire existence. Of course, with one of his main sources of help, Niall O'Neill, having gone back to, I believe, England, and not exactly he hasn't really had the attacking support that he would have needed. As there's a ball over the top that's going to be headed, miscued, and he's going to call it offside, but Jaron Gale is going to put this one in the back of the net. I don't think it should have been an offside. And referee Harding is going to go and signal to him that it wasn't an offside. Jaron Gale has himself his second. The assistant referee in Nutsy signaling offside, but the ball was clearly came off the head of the defender for the Western Predators, and referee Harding, with the presence of mind, to go over and tell him, hey, that's not an offside, goal stands.
Not too sure if he needed to go tell Nutsy that, really, but certainly some work to be done with regards to the knowledge where the linesman is concerned. But so
Well, and most of the assistant referees have had a very poor game today. Both of them.
Yeah.
They've had rather poor games. Of course, you can hear the Catition contingent and the Vincentian contingent over here to the left, to the top left of the stadium, screaming that it's an offside goal, but in fact, it was not an offside goal. It came off the hand of the defender.
Well,
And he clearly made an attempt to play the ball. Naldo turns and turns into trouble. It's bolted upfield only as far as Tariq John. Ball over the top. That's a good ball over the top. Foot race that Nicholas will win. It's going to be a chance for the Salsa Ballers, but again, just swarmed out of possession. It's going to be with Orozco. That's Dean, sir. Now to Eric Gokaran, who boots it forward.
Certainly, Western Predators definitely need some help with regards to the structure and the way they play. Not up to the level and the quality, the caliber that we've seen here in football displayed here by the Salsa Ballers. Just basically struggling and holding on, so to speak. Here is Anthony.
It's a ball forward. It's a good ball forward. And Tyreek John read that completely. He was across in a flash.
Yes.
There's going to be a substitute now for the Salsa Ballers being prepared to be made. This is a ball chipped over the top. Looking for Brad, but it's cleared by the West End Predators and out for a Salsa throw. Taken quickly. And he's looking to turn, but it's just booted up and out of play.
You see where they're just booting the ball out of touch.
This is going to be number 15. He'll be making his way onto the pitch for the Salsa Ballers. Not listed on the team sheet. Who the number 15 is. It's chipped over the top. Looking for, I think that's Kivana. It's now Ricardo John, who scored his 4 goals and has gone into a deeper role to consolidate this Salsa Ballers defensive line. John. So there's Roy Finley. Finley gets inside. He's going to lay it off. And it's a bit lazy by Naldo. It's picked up now by Sutherland. The skillful Sutherland gets inside a bit too easily. Gets inside once again onto his left foot. Turns back. Lays it off to Finley, who lines up a shot with his left, but it's well over the bar.
Finley cranking there. Taking a while to pull the trigger there.
There's an old name that our fellow commentator Colin Johnson had for Finley. He called him Can't Finish Finley. And I think that suits him right there.
Yeah, just taking a year and a day too.
Well, it's going to be the number 15 he'll be on and replacing.
It's Brad coming on.
Looks like the man Brad. It's going to be out wide with the Salsa Ballers. And again, I must question why his first instinct is always to try and cut back into traffic rather than take it down the byline and put a ball into the box.
Wow, and he has pace, yes.
He's very fast. He has the pace to break beyond the lines, but instead opts to try and cut back. He's driving into the box now, gets past another, he goes down. That's yet another penalty. It was a hack at the legs, a careless hack at the legs, and another penalty to the Salsa Ballers.
Yes, as we wind our way down, Salsa Ballers.
Will they give it to Gale to complete his hat trick? He does have 2 goals today. Will they give it to? It's going to be Naldo instead. It's going to take the penalty. I have to wonder why.
Naldo is probably saying he has to get on the scoring sheet as well, I guess.
But Naldo puts it in, so it doesn't matter who scores it. The Salsa baller scored. Shemaine Naldo Charles opened his account with his first goal of the season. It's 8-1, and it's been a poor showing by the Western Predators, you have to say.
Yes, they've been all over the place, not really coming to the party here at all. And look, a unit very disjointed in most areas of their play. And certainly, Coach Samaro has a lot of work to do.
The scary part about the Western Predators, about the Salsa Ballers, sorry, is that I think they have another gear to go up as well.
Well, it all makes the excitement in this year's tournament. Last year there was pretty much a walkover, so to speak. And
it's a ball through. Will it be a chance for him? He gets behind the defense. It's a good save. Nicholas comes out and he barrel rolls, but he picks up the ball as well. Referee Harding says, I have seen enough, and that's going to be time on this one.
Certainly, clinical finish there by the Salsa Ballers, winning this encounter some 8-1, and really getting all 3 points here this evening, and really displaying some good show of football here. And it's certainly going to cause some problems for some of the top teams here in this year's competition. Certainly won't be a walkover going forward. The Western Predators themselves will certainly need to get back to the drawing board to formulate better structure in terms of how they would want to play the football. They certainly won't want to go through the course of this season again, being the cellar dwellers, so to speak. Though they would have won one match last year, in last year's tournament, they have not shown any such improvement where this match is concerned, and will certainly need to go back to the drawing board up.
Yes, they would have to go back to the drawing board, having won, as you said, just the one match previously and finishing bottom of this Angola Football League. They would want to really improve on their overall performances, having brought in a couple of reinforcements. You would think that they would like to win a couple more games than they did previously.
Yes, and so there you had it. We thank you for joining us. Join us tomorrow again at 5 o'clock when we will see the first match. And then in the nightcap would be the Spartans versus the Diamonds. And then on Sunday we have 2 more matches for you as well. We also have the Under-17 tournament that is going at the moment. And we look forward to you joining us tomorrow, same time, for another exciting brand of football. It was the Salsa Ballers taking all 3 points, winning some 8-1 over the Western Predators. Until then, we bid you good evening and thanks for joining us. We will join you tomorrow back to Master Control. Blessings.